dominated so badly. Frank wasn't the same fighter after the second fight. Shane Carwin was done.
Yeah.
He lost like 2 fights after and then retired.
Well,
Keith, the Crazy Horse Herring, was one of the most popular and beloved and boasted about heavyweights. Lost to Brock. Never heard from him again in the UFC because Brock beat the piss out of him.
Yeah, and then when he tried out for the Vikings, he was legitimately hurt and had some injuries. If he was almost 100% healthy, he might have made.
Disagree there. Disagree there because
he was 27 years old, and
he was
he was 27 years old. And then you start to realize, even the 400-pounders are fucking super athletes in the NFL.
Yeah, Leroy,
he had a groin injury, and he still did what he did.
No, Leroy. The reason why I disagree is because I tell people all the time, if you think football players are meatheads, you've never looked at a playbook. You've never tried to hear what they hear on a daily basis.
But I wouldn't put Brock Lesnar as a meathead anyway. He's a smart guy.
Right, but what I'm saying is that the difference between Brock and football players is that Brock Lesnar is dominant in the UFC because Jesse, he just has something that those guys don't, and that's natural farm boy strength.
Right.
That Jesse, I don't think people realize how rare those type of people go into competitive sports.
Right.
It's so rare. The difference is, Leroy, in football, like Jesse said, you could be the best defensive tackle in all of college football. But here's the problem. Some of those offensive linemen are kids on scholarship who are like, I need a degree.
Yep.
Then you get to the NFL and you're like, that's an all-pro left tackle. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a different animal.
Do not allow the 6'6", 375 fool you. That motherfucker's nimble.
Okay, now I'm going to go a little off the spectrum of our fan base, but this is what I'll understand. Taylor Swift actually proves my point. She talked about the first time she met Jason Kelce, and she said, you flew out of the box and you moved like a ballerina. He's a former center.
Yeah.
And she sat there and she basically was telling you, that's when it clicked. This is supposed to be the fat guy in the middle. Then you realize, Jesse, that belly had a lot of muscle behind it.
Mm-hmm.
He put on weight to play football.
Correct.
He didn't have weight and then was able to play football.
No.
The best athlete in the world is arguably the goalie. Because a goalie puts on 120 pounds and then blows it in 3 periods. Because
Yes.
because Jesse, some people don't believe me when I show them pictures of goalies after games and they're like 6'4" and like 180 pounds. I'm like, no, that's kind of how it goes.
Right.
Because they got to put on a lot of weight to move that shit around. But it's just offensive linemen in football. Look, anyone can play offensive lineman in high school. I don't care what size you are. If you can block someone for 3 seconds, you can play offensive line in high school. You could be the punter and still be a decent right guard. You get to the NFL, them right guards, Jesse, there's a reason why when Nick Saban needed offensive line, he went to Nebraska country. He needed farm boys. He needed them big old strong men.
I just want to remind
corn-fed, wheat-fed boys.
Penei Sewell, the Detroit Lions, is 6'6".
Yep.
335.
Mm-hmm.
The reason...
That's a good haystack.
The reason people, seriously, in college, called him the best lineman they had seen in 20 years and the most beautiful lineman they had seen in 20 years is because he doesn't... When he moves, he doesn't move like a fat man.
No.
He moves like a dancer in the wind. Like he's just it's insane.
90% of basketball, football, hockey, wrestling. Basketball is always different.
Listen, I will always give LeBron that.
It comes down to footwork.
A nigga 6'4", 270 moves like that?
6'8", but
well,
yeah.
6'8".
Yeah.
But like I remember when he came out of high school, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see the hype. He's not big. And it's effortless.
But Jesse, why did William Regal put such an emphasis on footwork, on basics, on mentality? Jesse, I tell people all the time, the best left tackle arguably ever was probably the guy on the Cowboys triplets team.
Oh yeah,